Warning, this video contains some gameplay spoilers including the last boss of the game. If you do not wish to see this, please turn back now. With that in mind, enjoy the video. In recent years, it seems like everything that's old is becoming new again. From non-stop Hollywood movie reboots to heartfelt video game homages, which invoke nostalgia for a simpler time. The 8-bit inspired Shovel Knight, released with critical acclaim for reminding us that modern games are just too easy. And Bendy and the Ink Machine combines modern gameplay with a black and white Flesher cartoon-inspired alternate reality. There's no denying that old school is a hot topic again. After 7 long years of development, Studio MDHR's first game perfectly combines the often unforgiving gameplay of the early 90s with the surreal and psychedelic talkie tunes of the 1930s. Cuphead was definitely worth the wait. I have to tip my hat to the developers for their painstaking labor, all for the sake of authenticity. This game is absolutely gorgeous. The cell animation style has long been abandoned by Disney and pretty much any animation studio in favor of CGI graphics, much like how the gaming world tends to focus on polygon count and advanced 3D effects over the actual gameplay experience. The story of Cuphead revolves around our hero and his cohort, Mugman, who get into trouble after losing a bet with the devil. In order to keep their souls, they must gather up the contracts of others who squelched on agreements with the sinister antagonist, and they don't give up easily. Most stages are straight up insane boss battles, but I assure you, they are captivating and an utter joy to experience. Each encounter is dripping with charm. It takes the term eye candy to another level. As you maintain your offensive, your foes will change their tactics, often transforming into something more menacing. If I have to make a comparison, I'd say the general feel is somewhat a mix between Gunstar Heroes, Contra, and Mega Man, although some of these bouts grant you control of an airplane where I'm reminded of bullet hell games like R-Type. There are some run-and-gun levels to break things up. Collecting coins in these areas allows you to purchase upgrades for your character, ranging from new weapons to health ups and perks. There's not much actual voice acting, but what you hear sounds rightfully scratchy and aged like an old film. The backdrops match this aesthetic, appearing as an old watercolor painting. There's an overhead map that you can explore, with characters you can talk to for tips and some insight, and there's branching paths that open as you complete the tasks that are available to you. There's only 4 areas before you reach the Devil's Lair, but they are large and brimming with life. The controls are simple and very responsive. You can shoot, jump, and dash. Pressing the jump button near pink objects allows you to perform a double jump. As you attack, there's a special meter that fills up. Using your special often will land a stronger attack against your foes, and if you let it fill completely, you can utilize a devastating super ability. Be warned that Cuphead is as difficult as they say. There are difficulty options, but you will not be allowed to finish the game unless you defeat every boss at the regular setting. Perseverance and memorization will get you there. I've died over 100 times, but the deaths never felt like the game's fault. You have to analyze the enemy's attack patterns until you learn what works and what doesn't. Overall, it's the act of doing a little better each time that makes finally taking down a boss so rewarding. I would frequently scream out in anguish and victory as I progress through the game, and you probably will too. There's drop-in 2-player support that I've tested out with my son. If you've played this game solo, it can be difficult to fathom how another character affects the gameplay. While Cuphead feels perfect as a single-player experience, I can assure you that having another person adds an extra level of chaotic fun to the mix. Perhaps the nicest addition with the second player is the revive ability. You and your partner can keep each other alive by using a double jump to slap their heart and keep them fighting. The developers of Cuphead received funding from Microsoft to help make their vision a reality, so I know a lot of people are upset that it will most likely never show up on PlayStation or other platforms. I was fully prepared to buy an Xbox One just for this game, but luckily it was released on Steam, and the system requirements are pretty tame. Most likely you'll be able to run this game on your PC. This game isn't for everyone. If you don't like a heavy challenge, or simple games for that matter, I wouldn't rush off to buy it, but if old cartoons grab you by your heartstrings and you're a sucker for punishment like me, don't even hesitate to dive in and enjoy the ride. Have any of you played Cuphead yet? Do you have any suggestions for other games that I should cover? Leave me a comment below, and please give a thumbs up or subscribe if I've helped you. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.